let's get building. To create a building, you need to go to Foundations, Building. Kind of obvious. Let's start with a holding cell over here. Requires an entrance. If you don't put an entrance on a set of foundations, it won't finalize into a building until you do. There's so many workmen, that's going to get built quick smart. So let's put another building in place while they're doing that. Objects, doors. I'm going to put a jail door on the canteen, a staff door on the storage, and a regular door on the showers. Jail doors, like this one, once you have prisoners in the place, require a guard to open them. No one else can open them. Not your workmen, not your cooks, not even your janitors and gardeners. Only the guards have the keys to these doors. Actually, speaking of those doors, I should probably put the doors on here. Last time I forgot and had a prisoner try to make a break for it because I took too long to put them. I ordered the doors installation before the prisoners arrived, but it didn't actually get done until afterwards. It's a bit silly. Speed up. Look at him go. Grief, that's crazy. Okay. Drop back to normal speed, because I'm going to have to make some adjustments in a moment. And pause. Now, you'll notice it's automatically queued up lights to be installed. Problem is, it's gone and put them where I'm going to be putting walls. So, that one gone, that one gone. And let's just clear all of them out of here. And I'll place them in here manually. There. You don't want lights in the middle of your walls, they'll have to uninstall them when they put the new walls in anyway. Okay. Let's let them put the walls in play. The lights, rather. Okay. Now, let's get some walls going. Concrete walls, found under materials. Remember to put the door on the shower this time. Last time I forgot and all my work got locked in. Then when I ordered the door, somehow one of the workmen just pulled the door out of his pants. One of the workmen who was locked in, rather. I don't know where he pulled it from, but he suddenly had a door and he installed it. Okay, you might have noticed I didn't actually pay for some of the concrete concrete wall I just placed. That's because I already had concrete on hand. I used it all up, and then I started paying. The game does not charge you for objects that you already have available to you. I need to put some more doors in place. A staff door for the storage room, and a regular door for the kitchen, because I'm going to be able to put prisoners to work in there at some point. Speed up! Okay, that's all the walls in place. Okay. Just because I feel like it, let's put some fancy flooring in. White tiles for the showers. Marble tiles for the canteen. Fancy tiles for the kitchen. And that'll do it. Speed up again. Concrete floor everywhere is all well and good, but it's kind of boring. So, yeah. Let's change things up a little bit. Okay. Now then, let's start putting things in place. Tables for the canteen. Oops. Serving tables. I'm going to designate these rooms as what they're supposed to be now. Before I forget. Shower block. Canteen. Kitchen. And holding cell. You'll notice some of these have got, well, okay, all of them at the moment, got a little red warning sign on them. That means they don't have all of the objects in them that they require to fulfill their function. This one's got most of it, it just needs a serving table. This one requires cooker, fridge and sink. Shower heads for the shower room, duh. And the holding cell requires a bench and a toilet. Let's install those now. Nice and quick. Put the toilet where we put the water connection earlier. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Showers. I'm going to put some drains in. Oops. Okay. Once all that's... well, once one of the shower heads is in place, that'll fulfill the build a shower room requirement, and I'll get my reward for the A Water Wonderland grant. Now then. Should probably set up the yard. Some materials. I like my yard to be grass. With paving stone around the edges, both to mark the borders and so that when I have guards patrolling it later, they can move at a decent clip. Okay. Let's get this in place as well. I honestly can't tell whether I've got those right around or not. Okay. Now, once the kitchen's set up, I could, theoretically, open up the prison to prisoners. But I'm not going to just yet. There's one more building I want to have in place first. That being solitary confinement. Because last time I had prisoners getting into fights with each other, I had one prisoner in possession of a knife that he wasn't supposed to have. Both instigators needed solitary confinement, and I didn't have any at the time. And then of course my solitary fucked up. So, I'm going to build my solitary confinement before the prisoners actually start showing up. And this time I've made sure it's big enough that the doors will close when I put the prisoners in. Okay, let's speed up a bit. I think I've got those fridges the wrong way around. Alright. Because I am a stickler for details, I'm going to dismantle them and reorient them. You can't just move stuff, unfortunately, which is kind of a pain, really. If you misposition something, you should be able to move it. I know I must be coming across as a pedantic bastard right now, but yes, that is exactly what I am. Okay, that's almost ready. Going to put some walls in still. I would just set up all the walls now, but last time I did that, this one got blocked off, and they couldn't get to it. Alrighty. Rooms. Solitary. Okay. That's the basic setup. At this point I could open my prison to inmates. In fact, I'm going to. I won't get a new shipment of inmates until 8 AM day 5. It's currently day 4. Now, in preparation, I'm going to fire some workers. I'm also going to hire 2 cooks and a bunch of guards. Okay. Now that takes care of the basics. The basic detention center grant. That's completed, that's done, that's off my list. Now I'm going to work on my administration center. Thank you, stupid thing. Objects. Staff doors. There, 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 and there. Also going to put one there, one there, because I'm about to fence those off. Okay. Speed up. Only one light in the middle of the wall this time. Not bad. Speaking of walls, let's put them in. And because these are offices, they get fancy wooden floor. Because why the hell not? Need to add carpet, seriously. And some wooden floor for the staff room as well. Speed up. Okay. Now then, rooms. Office. Okay. Just let me check my grants. There's one for... Oh, I might have already grabbed it. Let me check. No, I've got the administration centre, so... There it is. Expand administration team. There's no real reward for it, but there's an but they give you an extra 20 grand to do it with, so yeah, might as well. Now then. Comfy chairs and drink machines for the staff room. Oh, wait. I can't hire him yet. Oops. What's his salary? 200 a day. Okay. With the warden, I can now use bureaucracy. Namely, research. The screen shows me everything that I can research. Didn't know I could scroll it down. Whatever. Security gives me the chief of security and unlocks the contraband report, the ability to define patrols. Blah. Stupid tongue, work, damn it. Prison policy, which lets me change the punishments for various misdemeanors. Deployment, which lets me station guards in a general sector. CCTV. It says it serves no purpose, but it does work now. Dogs. Guard dogs. Puppies. Yay. Anyway. Maintenance gets me the foreman, who can research prison labour. The clone tool, which only does a 6x6 area, so it's not really all that useful. Gardeners and janitors. I can also unlock lawyers, which currently do nothing. The psychologist, which lets me see what everybody needs. and health, which lets me get doctors. I'm going to start with finance, which unlocks the accountant, which allows me to spend more each day than I would normally get. And the accountant can also research land expansion, so I can buy more land and make my prison bigger. Right, enough chatter. Back to work. Okay. I'm going to build a visitation room. Just because I know there's going to be someone wanting to visit fairly quickly. Again with the jail door, I don't want people just going in there at random. That room will be supervised once I have deployment. And we'll have a metal detector so that family members cannot smuggle contraband to their incarcerated loved ones. Why would they put a light there, seriously? Okay. Metal detector install. Visitor table. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rooms. Visitation room. Designated. Okay. Now it's time to start work on the cell block. I think I'll lay the foundations for all of them now. In fact, I'll lay the foundations for every building now. That will keep my workmen busy for a good long time. Okay. Let's hit the speed controls. Oh, that sound was my research finishing. Security is next. Staff, accountant. I can't actually hire her yet. I'll have to wait until I get some prisoners in. here they are, the first round of prisoners. They will be escorted by the guards to the holding cell. Right, let's see if I can get that accountant now. Yes, I can. Awesome. And the chief of security. This is going to put me a little bit over budget, but that's okay. I've got the cash on hand to deal with it. Land expansion and patrols. I tend to use patrols more than I use deployment anyway. Speaking of deployment, I've unlocked some basics. I can set areas, for example, to staff only. Which is kind of important. Storage is staff only. Last time I played, I had a prisoner trying to cut through storage and kitchen to get to the canteen to avoid the metal detector. He was the one who had a knife. Little shit. Now I'm going to lock these doors open so my workmen can get in and out without any hassle. Okay, now, I turned Fog of War off, but it's still on, I think. Certainly looks like it. Whatever. Okay, materials. Use brick walls to divide the common room from the rest. What the hell? 2 prisoners due for release on the day they came in. What? That doesn't make a lot of sense, I gotta say. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Alrighty. All of my buildings, they are in place. Let's make sure I've got all my objects set up. Metal detector noodles. Okay, that's my cleaning cupboard. I can't really do anything with it yet, but I'll be able to eventually. Prisoners with complaints. Well, fuck you. Nobody cares. Alright. Let's start with cell block A. I would just do them all, but that'll take longer. We'll do it one cell block at a time. At the end of this day, I'm going to change the prison regime to adjust when they eat, when they sleep, and all that crap. I'll wait till the end of the day so they have fewer complaints about it. So I'm not fucking up the schedule in the middle of everything. Uh-oh, somebody had to be searched. You didn't have anything? Okay, good. Oh. Okay, patrols. I want one. Oops. I want one next to that at all times. I want one in here at all times. Now, this does mean I've only got one guard spare, but, you know. You'll manage. Next research, mental health. And research prison policies. Okay. Some of these guys are without lights, so let's put some in. Now that all the beds and toilets are in place, I can put some walls in. Quick pause for autosave. I'm gonna put some windows. Because why the hell not? Let's speed things up a little bit. Huh. Well, I don't know if it's short. Yeah, lawyers don't do anything at the moment anyway. I need more guards and I need more cash flow. So I'm going to switch my prisoners to normal risk. They're worth more. Okay. I can now change the regime. Okay. Eat at 8, shower at 10, work from 12 to 3, free time 4 to 5, yard 6 to 7, eat at 8, sleep at 11. Alrighty. I need more guards. Just no ifs, ands or buts about it. I need more guards. Okay. Deployment. I want someone next to these doors at all times. That way, it's less of a wait to have them unlocked. Alright, let's start designating some cells. This means I now have somewhere to put my prisoners! And I get my reward for having a capacity of 15 or more.